Hi, welcome back to Upstarts TV. This is Tyler, where we share timely and accurate advice from a diverse set of business pros and entrepreneurs who are creating brands and building businesses. If you haven't met Chloe, we had her on our last broadcast. She has met great success selling high-end luxury bags through social media and the internet. She now helps others get into the business themselves. Today, we're going to talk about some essential features of her business that um, resellers of hers may run into. And we're also going to talk about cultivating a success mindset. Here we go. Chloe, welcome back.
Hi, Tyler. Good morning. Well, good morning, my time.
Good morning, good evening, whatever time you might be tuning in on.
Good morning,
Hope it's a
world.
good time.
Welcome to Chloe and Tyler show.
How was the train ride?
Oh my goodness. It took us about 2.5 hours to get here, but it was very relaxing 2.5 hours. First, I'd like to say thank you for sharing this space with me. I had fun the last time we talked about everything under the sun, but there's always topic that we could share ideas and share best practices. So I am grateful to be sharing this space again with you. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And it's my pleasure to have you on. People like you are rare find. And I know that there's other people listening right now who could benefit from your wisdom in business. So welcome back on.
Thank you. Yeah, glad to be here.
Let's give the viewers some quick context and a look behind the curtain. You are in your store in what city?
Shinjuku.
Japan.
Tokyo, I'm sorry, Tokyo. It's Tokyo suburbs.
Awesome. Now, is this a commute that you make regularly? And how many stores do you have?
So right now we have, in countings, 4, working on 5 locations.
Wow. All in the span of how much time?
The business have grown exponentially the past, I'd say, 2 months. When I first started, it was just me, myself, and I. But last November, I'd say, a wonderful human being, a beautiful soul with the name Summer. Come here, Gang.
Hi guys.
There you go. This is Summer. Some of the
Hi, Summer.
repeat buyers that we have. This is Summer. This is Tyler. You finally get to meet virtually. Eventually, you'll come here and we'll have some coffee. Mm-hmm. She loves pastry, so
yeah.
Oh. Yeah, some coffee and some sushi.
Oh, sushi.
2 separate. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. So
Summer has been filling in for you on your holiday in the States.
Yes, sir. Right. Come closer. Yes, absolutely. It was hard for a lot of, and I'm sure you can relate to this, being a business owner that you are, to like when you try to have control with the babies that you have. This basically Luxor-Toki Avenue is my baby. It was hard for me to let go, but in order for the business to grow, this is like, as we expand, like I said, the business have grown exponentially. You're gonna have to trust people and let others coexist if you wanted to, get to where you need to be.
Well said. And that's a hard. Some people with lifetimes in business never learn that lesson.
It was hard. It was a long road for me to learn. Absolutely. Like it was it's just through personal development and then learning from other people, like best practices, and then they all like a lot of the mentor that I follow, they shared about, you know, this is one of the things that I kind of wanted to give away to start on. Never spend your dollar time with petty tasks and without undermining the penny tasks, because those are important things too. But as you grow as an individual and as a business, you kind of have to differentiate the two, and then learn how to work those two categories to serve you better.
Now, you wouldn't have gotten where you are so quickly without having to make some tough decisions over the months and years you've been doing this.
Yes.
business.
My God. Yeah. Now, the kind of mistakes that I make are worth thousands of dollars mistake, compared to before. It was like, it's just a time. Now, if I make a different move and do it, you know, another way or another, it would cost me tremendously. But, you know, just like in anything, you're gonna have to learn and adapt, and then rally through it.
I'd like you to share what have been your biggest challenges that you've run into in business and that your resellers will probably encounter at some point themselves.
Man, you are asking a tough questions. There is no such thing as like, okay, this is what I have to do. But since you're asking, I'm gonna give you I'd say the toughest that I have encountered and recovered from is the top 5, and I think that we can focus on that, and then the next part of it. So there's actually 2 answer to your questions, and then we're gonna you'll see. We'll talk about it. So I'm gonna talk about the first 5, and then subdivide it on how to what I have to do, or what we need to do as an entrepreneur to get to the next level, to claim, you know, to 20. I keep telling like everybody that I get I share the space with that 2022 is ours. And 2022 is ours to claim. And there's special, I wouldn't say special, we all know that, we just don't practice it enough. That I think it's a good topic to stay on after I shared you the 5 best practices.
Sounds like a plan, and I'm looking forward to getting to that. What was the first big decision you had to make or challenge you encountered in setting up this business?
Yes, so I have my cheat sheet right here. So the first was that I have to understand, wrap around my head, is where would I get a client in my customer? Like, that's the first thing in anything, in any business. Where
do you get a client?
I meet them in a coffee shop. No, really. So, and a lot of people don't realize this. They have this in their hand already. They just don't utilize it. We just don't utilize it. I get all of my clients through Facebook, social. Okay. Facebook, #1 platform. Like, whichever platform you are comfortable with. In my case, I'm more comfortable in Facebook. Other clients that are like business owners I've talked to, they would use like Instagram. So whatever the platform you're used to, which in my case, I use Facebook.
And I don't see any reason why you couldn't use YouTube as well for what you do.
That too. So thanks to you, I'm scared. I was scared because I mean, it's all about understanding whatever it is that you're scared of. Before, the only reason why I'm scared of YouTube is because I don't know how. So we stay on our comfort zone a lot. And I do that too. But now, with your help and the team of IT that we have in our organization, we're gonna utilize YouTube as well. And I'm pretty excited about that.
Good. Well, we live to serve here at Upstarts, and just for some background, at Upstarts, we are a community of entrepreneurs and business owners who are helping each other get through these tough economic times. And the way that we do that
Yes.
is by cross-pollinating ideas, best practices, and success habits amongst
Absolutely.
each other. And part of
and I think that's before I don't mean to cut you off. I mean, I just wanted to, before I forget it, because I have ADHD. This is why I love our dynamic, our partnership, because we serve the same platform, or we have the same message. You and I, including Kevin. That's why we gravitate toward each other. You know.
That's right.
And I couldn't be grateful for that. Thank you.
And thank you too. You're paying it forward by being on this show. And when you inspire someone, or you give them an idea or a best practice that they can apply to their own business, then they do better. You get some, credibility from them, and it creates a virtuous cycle of helping each other out.
Absolutely. Yeah, and this is what I share with people. I'm here to help. I wouldn't be able to help every single person, but I'll do the best I can to help that one person.
Yeah.
One person at a time, whether through the item, or through the business practice, or to just tip of the day, whatever.
Now you have to be a resource and a support for your resellers out there.
Yes, it's really unique where we develop our business platform, or how I come across this whole practice, because I'm part of the community back in 2010. I wasn't active until 2014 as a end user, not a business owner. I'm a business owner in a different aspect. I'm just a consumer in this community.
In other words, you bought high-end bags for yourself and for your own enjoyment.
Yeah, which I never thought I could afford. That was the thing for me. Most people, this is just a bag, or it's just a material things. But to me, it has way more, and I think I discussed it, and I shared this with you the last time. It has more deeper meaning now, because where I come from, my past doesn't equal my future. It doesn't say anywhere where when I was born that I'm where I am today. So growing up, I always just see rich people are able to carry, this high-end brand. And now I'm like, my goodness, I think I've done something, a good one or two decision in my life to get to where I am now.
Now you're the ambassador for these high-end goods. Why don't you flash the camera around your store there? Could you do that?
I thought you wouldn't ask. Give me just a second. Hang on. Can I flip? I don't think I can flip the script, the camera, but I'm just gonna show it around so you don't get to see me. So I'm in the middle of the store. That's Summer doing her thing.
Now we're
And
looking
then
at your inventory of high-end pre-owned or pre-loved bags. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct. That was just the bag, and then here I'm gonna show you the jewelries in the corner. I wish I could. Well, after today, we're gonna if they have time, if you guys have time, I'd like to invite you to witness us in action. We're gonna do another our normal session, the live selling. You guys are more than welcome to, where we feature this item and give you guys a chance to to purchase.
So I think there's two types of people who may be interested in that, not just one. Of course,
Okay.
you are selling to resellers. You've got a wholesale.
Yes.
You've got wholesale access to these high-end goods. So you're selling to resellers, and if you're interested in learning more about Chloe's business and how you might be able to make it into a business for yourself, I would highly recommend you watch her live selling. And the way you can do that, Chloe, is Facebook the best place to find out more about the business opportunity in live selling high-end bags?
I'm sorry, say it again. You kind of cut out a little bit. What was it again?
Is Facebook the best place to find out more about the business opportunity selling high-end bags?
Yes to the yes, capital Y, in my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong. This is yes. Because that's where.
How do they look you up on Facebook?
They can look up either my name or I think you have it. Did you have it listed? If not, look me up at Luxury Tokyo Avenue. Like I said, luxury because it is luxury, in Tokyo because we're in Tokyo, and then Avenue it's because it's my way to channel it to you guys. So Luxury Tokyo Avenue in Facebook, in Instagram.
Okay, look up YouTube Luxury Tokyo Avenue on Facebook. You'll find her page. And one thing I want to add is that if you make your way to her Facebook page right now, you'll see an event being promoted on January 14th, which you may want to check out yourself. And if you've got a business selling luxury goods of, I think, almost any sort, or expensive goods, or goods that require a demonstration, you may want to go check out Chloe's live selling to see how she does it with the high-end bags, so that you can adapt those characteristics into your own business.
Absolutely. I think we have some question from the audience. It says, can you read that? I think I could read that too.
Yeah, can you tell your story about how you got started?
Oh my goodness, where do I start?
When did you get your first taste for entrepreneurship?
Okay, I think I shared a little bit of this with you in our previous chat. As much as I don't have a relationship with my dad, but I got that whole mindset from him. I have him to thank for that. I started off when I was a kid, when I used to sell candy. Well, in my country we call it yema. It's basically a candy made of condensed milk. Growing up as little money, I wouldn't say poor. Yes, we are poor, obviously, but my mom, she did everything. Oh my God, that woman, she deserved, like, if there's one person in this planet that deserved diamond in every finger, that's my mom. She's my heroes. I don't have a hero. She's my heroes. She did everything. She raised 4 girls on her own. She's entrepreneur herself. She is until now. That's all the trade she learned. Making dresses, and because she's feeding 4 girls on her own, well, including herself, five mouths. She's giving us the best she could possibly do, which is sending us to school. Education is the best gift she'd ever give us, right? And she would just send us to school. And of course, you know, as a teenager, as a kid, you wanted to play during the weekend and everything. And her thing is, you can go out with your friends, but there's no money involved. And that's kind of hard when you're in that age to like go out with your friends without no money. So I learned to basically sell candies during my elementary year. I would sell candies during the week, and then whatever profit I have the end of the week, that's the money I use to. And then I got that going on as. Hang on a second. Can you hear me? Someone was calling my phone.
Yeah, we can hear you. So you used the allowance money that your mom gave you, and you multiplied it. I know a little bit because she told me the story before. We're going to wait for her to rejoin us. So I'm not going to let her get off scot-free. We told you that we were going to go over 5 big decisions that resellers in this or similar businesses are going to be faced with. So I'm gonna waylay her with that challenge in a minute here.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me?
Back. So you just got done telling us.
I can't hear you now. So I'm gonna try to close it and then join right back. Okay.
Very well.
Okay. Cool.
When she gets back, we're gonna ask her how she acquires a customer in a way that a lot of brick and mortar companies don't even consider as an option, and they should, because we're moving so fast into a digital first era. It's important that if you don't want to be left behind as a business, that you adapt your business to 21st century, digital operational thinking.
Chloe Isabel McMillan joined.
Awesome. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I am so sorry, you guys.
That's okay, Chloe.
I think it's a end user problem.
So, hey, blame it on the technology.
Okay.
Okay, so I can't let you get off scot-free because we promised we were going to go over the 5 big decisions that
yes, absolutely.
Are going to be faced with getting into this business or being a reseller, live selling somewhere else. Now, the first one you mentioned, we started to go into it, was acquiring a customer. How do you do it differently than a brick and mortar business?
I'm sorry, you're for some reason I'm having trouble hearing you now. What was it again?
So how do you go about acquiring a customer differently than a brick and mortar business would do?
Well, because I'm all the way in Japan, right? And the clients that I'm serving and helping are in the US. It makes it so beautifully challenging. I would put it that way. It was pandemic really helped amplify the entrepreneurial spirit that I have burning up in me through Facebook. So that's to answer the number 1 question that we talked about. Give me a second. Right?
No, that's fine. So what Facebook? So Facebook allows you to have a global distribution.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I wanted to add, Facebook's an interesting case study. From since a long time ago, Facebook has made a pointed effort to create a proprietary internet, a parallel internet, if you will. And that's why they have marketplace. They have you can share almost any kind of media type. They make it really easy to use it any way that you want to. One of the things that I do appreciate about a platform that has taken the censorship thing way too far, in my opinion. But that's another topic for another day. So number 2, what's the number 2 big decision you had to make in this business?
The number 2 is the stores, your inventory, basically. Where with to get the bottom number and everything, so you have to have competitive prices.
What was the problem and how did you solve it?
The problem is, where can I get, when I first, as a goes back to where I started as an end user of what I'm in the industry now. The biggest challenge for me was, where can I find make sure that it's authentic, because there's so many fake out there, and where can I get authentic and very affordable, at the same time dependable and reliable supplier. Like, where can I get those people? And it didn't happen overnight. Just like Rome wasn't built over, in one day. It was a trial and error of supplier, basically, for me.
Okay.
Basically, now what I'm doing now, I was hoping I found me back then, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But I did found me back then. It just
Is
took
she in the same room as you right now?
Huh?
Is she in the same room as you right now?
Yeah, she has. You're silly. Yeah. And it was, like where can I find a dependable supplier, as not even as a reseller, just a end user. And it becomes more clear to me that this is what I needed to do at this moment, at this season of my life. When we got here in Japan, it was a lot of changing for me personally. We gotten married. I have become a newly mom in a completely different country. Lord have mercy. And I don't know the language. So postpartum depression really hit me. And my escape was the group, the community. When I say about community, it's the Facebook group that I am part of, where when I say group, that's where I used to buy all my items too. That's how I found my Chloe that time. My supplier when I first started. My summer when I first started is through the group, right? Now, fast forward to now, and a lot of reseller would disagree with me when I say this, that selling to group in Facebook is like living in a Flintstone. It's old.
Yeah. So I've
And
noticed.
I'm gonna
I like
leave
your
some
analogy.
I'm gonna leave some content because I can't just say that's all. It's because it's all, there's other ways to. Part of my success is I look for another stream of customer other than a group, right? Um, that's when I made it. I'm glad I did it. I built my own website, and I started with building my own website, and now I have Tyler and Kevin to thank that
Are
they're
you?
helping me develop that too.
Thank you for the plug. So, how long did it take you to realize after starting to build your website that this wasn't your core competency?
I am having trouble hearing you for some reason, like super, super.
How long did it take you to realize you didn't want to build your website?
How long did it took me to what?
Realize you did not want to build your website.
Okay, it's gonna sound annoying, but I can't.
You can't hear me, can you?
Yeah, it's getting really, really low. So, will it be okay if I close this down and then I would jump back into my iPad?
Yeah,
Will that
yeah.
help?
Come on back.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Give me just a second, you guys. I'll be right back. I promise.
Sorry about the technical difficulties we're having. It seems to be a recurring issue with at least Chloe out there in Japan. So she had every intention of showing up to our first live stream with beautiful Mount Fuji in the backdrop. And I thought it was a great idea. What we didn't think about until we tried to set up there was that she was going to be streaming through her cell phone service. So that didn't work out, needless to say. And we ended up having her go inside and using the Wi-Fi access there. If there's anybody watching who's one of Chloe's,
Isabel McMillan joined.
who's in the one of Chloe's posse, and you have any questions or you want to point out any fun items of interest, then go ahead and drop a comment there, and we'll do our best to respond to you. Here, Chloe's back.
Sorry. Oh my goodness. Thank you for giving me a chance to redeem myself. I'm so sorry.
So,
Okay.
one of our items was building a platform for yourself or choosing a platform to sell from. Now, you chose Facebook for reasons that make sense in your business.
Absolutely.
And we're expanding into YouTube. Do you have any other platforms that maybe you're not on yet that you wanted to see what could happen on?
Yes, with your magic, brilliant mind would help me through it. I would love to venture to Instagram also. I've heard a lot of amazing opportunity there. But yeah, I'm excited, to explore to YouTube also, and then there's others. But
Got to explore different avenues. I mean, they're free. If they're free, why not try?
Amen. I mean, yeah, it's out there for us to use, basically. And I would be remiss if I don't say this. I don't know anything. I really don't. But the difference between me and the next person sitting right next to me, as far as running their own business, like a small business, is I'm not afraid to ask questions.
That's a good trait to have.
yeah, I ask question if
And
I
as
don't
much as I like being the guy with the answers, sometimes I like to listen and observe even more
amen.
so.
And then I still don't know what I have done to even to get to know you and Kevin. Like it blows my mind. I mean, I know how we got connected. I know the person that put us together, but I still don't know what I have done right. So I
You're just being you, and that's all you need to do.
thank you.
And this is this is where we diverge from the nuts and bolts of doing business and go into the territory of mindset, mentality,
Yes. No,
positive
we're not
thinking.
finished yet. We still have others. So we still have three
Okay,
others.
so I suppose you want to tell everyone about the two big cost-saving uh, factors in your business
Yeah.
that
We talked about
people need to know about.
where we get the customer from, right? As a business owner, that is so important. If you're, and then we talk about how I source up, like our inventory, where we get the inventory, and then the method of payment. Lord have mercy. If any of a because it's two different things. If you are a reseller, if you are a buyer and then you become a reseller, that's two different rules. Things that you have to do as a seller, it's a different role. So we used to just in the group we use PayPal, right? And then I don't have anything against PayPal. I think they're amazing company. They're amazing platform also. But there's other that are cost effective. When I say effective, it's free.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm able to use other method of payment other than PayPal.
You don't have to walk on eggshells or dance around the topic.
Sorry. You have to.
Okay, raise your hand if you like PayPal. I don't see anyone raising their hand.
Okay, thank you. I didn't say that. You said that.
Okay, so what Chloe has stressed to me many times is that because PayPal takes such a large percentage of the transactions that you conduct on there, she saves herself 3, 4, 5%, preserves those margins just by using a different payment processor.
And that's actually, I'm going to go back to the business and how I think it's part of success. Um, I'm working on the current system that are available to me to work within the system. When I say that, I use, it's safe to say, I use Vimno as my method of payment. I use Cash App and Zelle as a method of payment, as to wire transfer and everything. And because of that, because I don't have to, it doesn't cost me anything, that doesn't cost the customer more or my client more for the item. That's why I'm able to deliver like this. It allows us to waive all the service fee that a lot of sellers, I wouldn't say competitors because we're all the same. We service the same people. We service the same consumer. But because in my opinion, the reason why it's my client, my customer base, appreciate it because it doesn't cost them extra to use those platform to send their payments to me. And then there's other.
Yeah,
I mean,
totally.
don't get me wrong. I have others that they don't. They prefer. They don't want to use that. We use PayPal too, but we use friends and family. And the only reason why I can do that and successfully doing that is because I build my own little community that the client trusts me. Because I basically serve my way into where I am now with them. I started with 3 or 4, or to be honest, 8 viewers. And then from then on, it just grew to 28, and 5 of them are my family members.
That's okay.
Yeah, and you don't need, and this is why I'm sharing, that you don't need a bunch, like thousands of viewers to be successful. You just need to find a customer that can resonate with you. And when I say from the bottom of my heart, it has to be transparency. Transparency is the key. I am until now very transparent with every single customer that I have, and I talk to them offline during live, and then customer service is where it got me to where we are now, because Summer can tell me her phone is blowing off now because the client that we're serving is 14 hours ahead of us, or delayed of us. So when we're asleep, they're asking questions. And as exhausted as I am, because I know how they feel, because I am an addict too, I need a question, I need an answer. I have a question, I need an answer right away. So, and that's what makes me different to other people, I think. That even though I'm here, they can reach out to me any given moment. And based on, and don't take my word for it. If you go to our website, and if you guys go to our Facebook page, it's unanimous that they're like, customer service, because that's what I have been in a customer service industry for 21 years, cultivating other else's brand. You and I can relate to this because we both are marketers. I am a walking, talking billboard. I'm in the marketing since I don't even remember, ancient days. So I made a promise to myself that when I am working on my own brand, I'll give the best customer service. And living in Japan, it actually amplifies that idea, because Japanese people are just so customer service oriented. You should see them at work. I mean, night and day.
Thank you for bringing up that point. We weren't going to go into customer service, but it's so important in this day and age. And if you can give people accurate and quick response times on their inquiries, you're already separating yourself from 90% of the competitors out there who wait, who delay, who don't respond.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm proud of you. That's a wonderful characteristic to bring into your business and your ethos about business.
Yeah, it's because as a consumer, I want the customer service because I'm a giver. I have to be willing to give what I'm expecting. Because if I just take and take, that makes me hypocrite,
Yeah.
And I am raised by a wonderful mom that I can't do that.
Well, 2 of our audience members confirm it. Maribel says, yes, Chloe is a trustworthy queen. Her customer service is why I'm buying from her.
Oh, hi, Maribel. Yeah, she and I didn't know her backstory. I don't know why she resonated with me. I don't know why she, at the beginning. Now I know a little bit about her. Like, it's all about connection. It's all about connecting with people without touching.
Yeah.
Makes sense? It's all about, how you send your message to the universe. Little did I know that we have so much in common that I think she is into holistic. She's and I've gotten to know her the past 2-3 months, isn't it, Maribel? And I don't know her from Adam, really.
Nice shout out to Maribel.
Thank you. And I'm in a holistic. Like I said, I'm a massage therapist, and she's into she makes it's actually, this is from her. I bought this from her on one of her live selling. So because we're queens, we're supporting each other. So she makes jewelries through like the stone jewelries.
Oh, very cool.
Yes. So she knows about chakras, the energy, and all that stuff. Yeah, thank you, Queen.
JB says, yes, 100% legit and takes care of her customers.
Oh my goodness,
It's
JB. Hey, love, what's going on? Yeah, he's from he's based in Dallas, Texas, and we got connected recently also, and we have way more common than I think. And he's half, I believe, half Filipino also, and half American. And yeah, when I first, because I thought she was JB was a female, and then she said, "No, I'm a he." I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" And then of course we just become like, he's he has a lot of business ideas too that I can learn from, and I'm grateful that I'm trusting him and he's trusting me. So it's all it's relationship. It's
It's all relationships. Yep.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Thank you, JB. I can't see your comment, but I'm glad that you're reading.
Is there another relationship with Edwin, who says she's an amazing human being, both her and Summer? I've only known her for about 4 weeks, and I have already experienced her great customer service. So,
oh my goodness, yeah, Edwin. He
got
is.
some good shout outs tonight.
Thank you, Edwin. He is based in Orlando, Florida. So it's like 2 hours away from where the corporate office of my organization is. Yeah. And not to get off track, thank you guys. You guys are amazing. I'm gonna go back to what I promised you, because I can't let you. You can't let me get off the hook, right? The four things that would actually make your business unsuccessful or successful is shipping. I struggle because we're here in Japan, right? Up until 6 hours ago, it's not official. It wasn't official up until 6 hours ago that we have DHL as our preferred carrier. To a lot of people, it doesn't mean a thing, but as a reseller in our industry, speed is the key, because we are serving and not only end user but also business to business. The speed, most of their money is sitting on the inventory that they trust, their hard-earned money to me. And the sooner they get the item, the sooner they can make profit. They can, help their customers. So it's, the cycle. And I am grateful. Shout out to Collins that made it possible. He's the regional sales manager in DHL in Jacksonville, Florida. They made it happen. And thank you. So yeah, that also. Before we would use USPS through the base, and that could take 7 to 10 business days. Now with DHL, after the holiday, it's 3 to 5 business days. That was Colin promised me. I mean, granting, the speed of it, that could varies, but in a good day, it should be, in a perfect world, 3 to 5 business days.
Now, how does the pricing with DHL compare to who you were using before?
It's a little pricey because of the speed in anything that you do. Whether to me, I look at it as DHL is the luxury end of the shipping compared to with USPS, and I love USPS. I trust them, and a lot of the reseller in our community uses them too. But in my case, since I'm in Japan, it's faster to use them.
So what I'm hearing is, with resellers, it's the old time is money thing. So while DHL may be a little bit more expensive,
Yes.
it's worth it to get the product in your inventory faster.
Amen. And I wanted to talk, and I've learned this from another financial guru that I'm following. He shared, never be scared of spending money in your business.
Comment to that.
Because it will cost you money if you don't spend the money. To me, and I always share this with people, money is just an energy. To me, money just buys a better memory. It's not everything, they're just a team member of whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish, whether in life, the bad, it's just money. But while we're talking about business, don't be scared to spend money, to invest back into your business.
It should be a tool in its proper place. It's a tool to solve problems. And if you need to get inventory to your resellers faster, well, that's a problem that you can pay to solve.
Absolutely. It would definitely pay for itself. Yes.
Great points, Chloe. Great points.
Yes, and in the last, so because we don't have all day here, I want to talk about the biggest hurdle really is the platform. When I say platform, where you are building your business. In my case, I started off as in a Facebook page. I created a name, which is I throw in a little logo and everything, and I created my own page, and then from there on, it just grew from there to website to who knows? Hopefully next year I'll open up a physical store in Florida. You never know. You never know.
If it makes sense to take on that overhead, then
Absolutely.
Of course you should do it.
Absolutely, yes.
And I just wanted to reinforce, Chloe, it's great getting to know you. It's great working with you on your business. And the thing I like most is that I'm associating with like-minded people. And I think you appreciate that too in your own business.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah. I love how now we're transitioning now to the last half of our of what we're
well, I think we already did the last half first.
We did. We did. Okay, I think we combined it. Yeah, it's the mindset. It's in anything that you do, everything is, it's not the next person that you are competing with, really. It's not the other business that you're competing with. You're just competing with your own self. And the moment that I realized that, that's when when I realized that I'm competing with my own self, that I always give the best version of me from yesterday, then the world become a playground. It's just, it was, of course I stayed into personal development too, because once you get to, I never would say that I arrived to where I need to be, because there's always next best thing, but I never forget where I come from, but I always look forward where I'm going. And by helping and reaching out the other individual, that like-minded people like you and I, to get or to give, if that make any sense.
Yeah, sometimes you're doing more giving, sometimes you're doing more getting, but the idea is to spread it around and help people where you can, and in the ways that in the ways that are meaningful for them. Making money isn't the only thing in the world.
No,
If you're not if you're not if you're not enjoying yourself, then what's the point?
no. This is before my daughter. I thought it was just, it's all about chasing whatever it is that you're chasing. For the people that know me prior this business, they know me as I can never stay in one place. I'm all over. I have been to four different continents and 46 different states. And next month, I'll be 40. So I'm happy to say that I'm confident to say that I traveled few places, and what I realized is this is not where our final destination. There's bigger than us. There's something out there that is bigger than us. One of the reasons why I have this whole servant mentality is because no one's gonna get out of here alive. We're all gonna die. I don't know about you, but I know this is not where I'm not imposing my own belief system to a lot of people, to any of you. But what I'm saying is this is my final home. There's always between me and my maker. That's the only relationship that was never going to end. One day, during my transitioning time, he's gonna say, before I have this idea in my head how I'm going to go to that bigger space, bigger than I am, right? When I go to that next phase of my life, he's gonna ask me, what have you done, Chloe? Because I have whole days, because he promised he has a room for us into his beautiful, amazing house. And if I just say I have collected 8 Hermes, 3 Louis Vuitton, he's gonna slam the door in my face and, like, you're not the person I want you to be. But then if I say I have helped at least 1 or 2 people change life, then he might let me crash into his couch and let me enjoy what he promised as my maker. So I stay within that, knowing that in my head. That's why I like to help. Wherever I go, I just give my helping hand. And yes, granting, I can't always help every single person, but because I'm just a human being, so I need help also. But if I practice that on a daily basis, I think I have I accomplished half of the battle, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love your attitude. You keep the money making part in perspective in the context of your life, because it is not the most important thing. But
Yes.
if you can accomplish all the other things, enjoyment out of life, helping other people, and make some money doing it, then maybe people should take a note out of Chloe's notebook and get into live selling.
Yes, yeah, it's fun. It's really not that hard. I never thought I'd be where I am now. I come on it so scared, just like anything that we do. But you just, hold the fear in one hand and passion in another, and then just take the leap and then do it. And you'll be surprised what the result that you're going to see. It's never easy. I mean, I'm not sitting here and telling you, come on, do this. We can, we can all be successful. I can't. I'll be lying if I tell you. But it's worth it. It's fun. Just do it, and never be afraid to ask questions. Because
What do you think? What should people do about fear of performing, fear of success, fear of talking to people? What should people do about that fear?
Oh, I learned this from my college professor on my first year at college. She said, "Face your fear, and fear will disappear." Just this it was crazy because right before we started, when I was on the train, we were texting, and then I was reading some contents, and for some reason I know this, but then just a small fear just come through my mind, and then I had to like pull myself together and said, "No, I'm about like I can't let fear control me. I'm about to punch fear at her face or at his face." You know, like, come on,
That's what you said. Let's punch it in the face.
Yeah, let's punch fear in the face. That's to answer your question.
I love that. I love that.
It's and
Don't just face your fears. That's a trite and shop worn saying.
I think we just created a slogan.
Punch fear in the face.
Punch fear in the face.
Next comes all the merchandise, the stickers, the T-shirts, the hats.
There you go. Yeah, and I will be remiss if I don't say this. A lot of people are fear of jumping or starting their own business because they're so used of like the guaranteed salary from work. I would never tell you to leave work and then just do your own business. One thing that really helped me understood and grow as a person is I threaded my work, my 8 to 5 job, then my number one investor. Because we're a lot of like we talk about the last topic, the last time I'm in your space about in a corporate world where you have 8 to 5, and I'm grateful that I am not there anymore. And then there's a lot of people there that's still there, and I'm not saying that it's not fun. It is fun if you make it fun. Just the mindset around it, instead of like you're dragging your feet to go to your work because you hate your job. Look at it as they're investing in you. They are your investor. Yes, it may cost you to stay up a little early to find work on whatever it is that you're looking for, but there's always a way if this is your passion, if owning your own business and freedom it costs a lot of money. Freedom, it's not just money, time. This is what I was telling my husband, and by the way, he is my number one investor. Shout out, Feb. Thank you for being you, for everything that you do. I truly appreciate you. Speaking to that, next year, next year, we're going to be retiring to the Philippines. When I say retiring, we just enjoy time together. And to me, that's freedom. That's what I'm buying. I have been buying. We have been buying for the past 3 years, is to arrive there. So we can.
And do you want to move back there permanently, or on a semi-permanent basis?
Semi, because like I said, the world is my playground. I can be wherever. We can be wherever. We just choose to our home base there.
And as proof of that, you're in Japan, I'm in California.
Yes.
And we've got people watching this from all over the place.
Absolutely. There's no distance between you and it.
That's right.
Zero distance. So just
just a few technical difficulties here.
3 times in this case. Yeah, there's no distance. Whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that, what we're looking for, it exists. Just don't stop until you get it.
Well, we are at the top of the hour, Chloe.
Oh.
I appreciate you coming on to talk about your business, share your wisdom with the audience here. We will have Chloe back on plenty of times to talk about her experiences in business. But for now, I know you've got some live selling that
Yes, we have
you
scheduled
do.
for my resellers. We're gonna have another surprise. Is not happening until, when is it? Until 2 days from today.
Well, yeah, January 14 if
January
you're
14.
in California, January 15 if you're in Japan, I
In
think.
Japan or in the Philippines,
Yeah.
or wherever part of the country. That's happening. But while we're here, and Summer, this is why I love her to death, because she mirrors my energy. She said, "Can you ask them to get off, like, so we can service the people that wants to buy?" I was like, "I'm giving you a day off. Can we not work today?" She's like, "No, we have to live sell after your interview." I'm like, "Yes, ma'am."
Thank you, Summer.
Because time is money.
Time is money. So
Time
she's
is money.
just hungry. I love her. Yeah, I can. On the next topic, I want to talk about building relationship. And you never know who the next person you're gonna have that relationship with that really matter.
You really don't. I've met so many people on planes and trains and automobiles. It's, you just never know where they're going to come from.
Yeah, I have an amazing story that I would like to share about Summer and how we cut, how our path become.
Let's
become
save
one.
that. Let's save that one for the next live stream.
Absolutely,
with
yes.
Upstarts.
Yeah, if you have time that are watching, we're gonna take a break because it's a lunchtime here. We're gonna set it up so we can service that, because we have a couple of messages that they're requesting. Hey, can you flex this? Can you show this? So might as well. We're gonna have like 2 hours here, and we're gonna do that. So I'm inviting you guys to see us in action.
Run, don't walk to Luxury Tokyo Avenue on Facebook. Check out Chloe's business. If you can't learn some things from her, then you're not in business. You're just not in business.
That's a lot. Thank you for that. But
Thanks again, Chloe, and we will talk to you on Upstarts TV again soon.
Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you both. I can't wait to, see the magic in the next chapter of this partnership. And if you guys have not checked out Tyler in Upstarts community, you're missing out.
Thank you, Chloe.
Success leaves clue. We just don't pick it up. So now I'm telling you, come pick
it up.
Pick it up. Yeah, we like, life is wonderful, and then we're here to share those ideas with you, and we're here to share best practices. And because there's no glory in just in the mountaintop. We want you all here.
Thank you again, Chloe.
Absolutely.
With that,
thank you so much, Tyler.
Good luck. Good luck on your upcoming event, and we'll see you again on the 14th for the big one.
Absolutely. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful night.
Bye-bye. You too. Well, okay. Aside from a few technical difficulties and a few meandering tangents that I didn't know we would go on, but I'm glad we did. I thought that was great. I want to have Chloe back on to talk more about some of the mindset stuff. There's something about her that people relate to. and she understands the mindset stuff really well. If we can, you know, pin her down for staying on topic. But we're all getting better with this. I intended this to be like a half an hour live stream. Clearly, we've gone way beyond that. I just want to close up with a quick plug for Upstarts. One of the last things that Chloe mentioned was about the people that you associate with and investing in each other. Actually, I think she was saying that you should treat your customers as if they're your biggest investors. I think that's a really elegant analogy for how you should think of yourself and how you should invest in yourself. Business owners these days, faced with all kinds of challenges, from the dollar inflation to rising cost of overhead to having to renegotiate with suppliers. Business owners can defray the costs of doing business in isolation by coming together and sharing these ideas, these best practices, staying in a positive mindset, and being a stand for each other. This is one of the reasons that we started Upstarts TV. Our community of business owners consists of this show, Upstarts TV, a private mastermind group, and a network of experts so that members can get the help that they need. If you're looking to join something like that, we'll be offering a limited number of charter memberships very soon. Please just direct message me and I'll give you the details. So once again, in closing, thank you for giving us the gift of your time today. We hope that our content has provided some much needed stimulation and food for thinking about your own business. We'll see you again next time on Upstarts TV. This is Tyler signing out.